Welcome, we are on the air. Wells Fargo Arena, Dan Kinney on the call. Andrew Wade to my right. I'll be following the puck. He'll be painting the picture for you. Mason City Mohawks come to town against the Des Moines Oak Leafs. Andrew, great start for the Leafs. After today, though, it gets a lot tougher.
Yeah, and this is a good prep game for it. Both teams, kind of same scenario of last year, not making the end of the year tournament, both trying to regroup, rebuild, and it kind of starts with the guys that are on the ice right now. And so, what do we got, and how are we going to take our momentum and continue on with the season?
Of course, everybody's eyeing next Tuesday night, the showdown, the Turkey Cup. Des Moines Capitals at Bucks Arena. Leafs come in, only one blemish on the record. The Caps are right at the top of the standings, too. Threw a little crossword puzzle at me. That's okay, I'm up to the challenge. Caps are off to a good start, too, Andrew. I know you know a little bit about that team.
Yeah, they won last night against the Ames, up at Ames, 3-1 last night, and kind of propelled them with a first place tie between us and them. And then you kind of look at the standings down below. You have Waterloo, and I think it's Cedar Rapids that both don't have a regulation loss. No, it's Kansas City. So some teams that are still pushing to the top. And us and the Capitals each have just one loss, and then there's teams underneath that just have a couple losses down to, the bottom tier. But again, this is a huge game, I think, for momentum-wise, points that each team needs when it comes to looking back at your season when it comes to the end of the year tournament.
Yeah, at least don't want to let this one slip away. They're on all whites when we fire them up here. They'll be going from, looks like right to left.
So it looks like Mason City's going to go with number 11 in net. That young person has been playing varsity strictly. This will be their first JV game. I think they've been, struggling a little bit in net at the varsity level for Mason City. So kind of probably using this game to kind of regroup and see some more shots and also be able to see, get some confidence built.
Yeah, as you mentioned, they obviously feel the importance of this one as well. Making a change in goal, seeing if they can't get something going. Mason City Mohawks, all black, black breezers, black tops, red numbers outlined in white. The Leafs are going to be blue breezers, white tops, and gold numbers. Brand new whites this year. They look really good. They look really good, set upon higher from Wells Fargo Arena. Pretty neat place to broadcast a game. Leafs will be going from right to left. It looks like Aiden Zimmerman, the freshman from Urbandale, will be the goaltender to start the game for the Leafs. Roland, Kucher, and Shepard will be on the front line. Michael and Springer on defense. Those are your five Leafs as they move right to left, and we drop the puck with Mason City in town at the Well. Sit back on your Saturday afternoon, enjoy it between the football games. It's Michael. Sending pass to Shepard on the red line. He'll have to fetch it. Gather it again. Springer off the left side of his blade. He'll turn and gather it and skate it. Throw it along the wing. Able to advance it to the red line. Both teams feeling each other out in the fresh sheet of ice here at Wells Fargo Arena. Just inside the blue line now comes Mason City. Tapped away by Springer. One-timer that sailed over the right shoulder of Zimmerman, the goaltender, the freshman from Urbandale. Now tapped ahead where Shepard wants Kucher. Just missed him off the edge of his blade. That was Roland. Now tipped to the blue line. Now gathered and sent further along where Michael grabbed it off the back of his blade. That's the Roosevelt freshman. To Cade Borrud just entering the end of Southeast Polk, the big fella, the left-hander. Confronts, grabs it with his body. Now they got a little odd man rush. That's Borrud along the wing. He'll step up. Borrud, snapper, short side. Steered aside and to the right by the goaltender for Mason City, where Kelty enters the fray. One-timer tap now. Or is that Kinney, the Johnston Jr.? Shovels it into the corner to his line mate. That's Shepard still on the ice, and here they come. Mason City able to break the zone, but only into the red line. Now poke it further along. Good confrontation by Kissinger. Gathered by Kelty. He'll spin pirouette, now trap it along the boards, where Kissinger will jump back, grab it, send it to his line mate Borrud. And Borrud will send it up to Glock. Unable to get through. Now Glock's able to chip it through to Kelty. Now Kelty will go to work, and he's in a foot race. That's Will Kelty. Snapper, one-timer with Kinney crashing. Good early attempt by the Leafs. 13-18 here in the first period. There's no score. That's Kelty. Centering pass, one-timer. Glock's there, so is Kinney. They both tap at it. No one able to get it. We had our first stop and play at 13-10 in the first, Andrew.
So good offensive pressure by the first two lines and two series on the goaltender Mason City. We just need to continue that pressure, and those things, good things will happen for there. Yeah.
Kelty takes the draw to Kinney. It's Kinney. Good pass to Glock behind the net. Front of the net to Kelty. Taps, unable to send it through. Mason City able to break the zone. Send to the blue line where Kinney crashes, takes his man off the puck. Now stolen on the red line by Mason City, and they'll dump and chase it to their right in all black with red numbers. Now tap to the point with Mason controls. Into the corner it goes. It's McGrath be the first one to get to it. Checks it off the board, plays it high off the glass. We wanted to get Glock for unable to do so, and tapped right back in by Mason City at the 12:37 mark here in the very first period at Wells Fargo Arena. That's McGrath. That's Glock. Wanted Ben Hansen, unable to get Hansen. Let's send to the corner where Glock has it again. Tapped on the defensive zone. For McGrath a control. No score so far. This JV action, 12:15 left to go in the very first period. That's McGrath. He's going to skate it. He'll take the red. He'll ask for the blue. Slot. Holds on to the puck. Curls. McGrath. Centering pass. Wanted Hansen. Just got through the zone. Now tapped in on a good pinch by Springer. Kept it in where Hansen's going to work again in the corner. It's been Hansen, the Dowling Jr. Frees up the puck on a good move. That's Mason Pospisil. Maypop. He's wearing Riley Goodnose jersey. So they threw a little crossword puzzle at us. We got this baby dialed in. Tapped in and sent further along by Springer, and the Leafs will attack from right to left in all white. Blue Breezers. Gold numbers. Taking off the puck. Couple of Leafs on each other. Mason City now able to get past the blue. Good effort again by Springer. He's pinched more than appropriately early on here. Good crossing pass by Springer to try to free somebody loose. That's Hill. That's Mink now, who's entered the game. Sophomore from Hoover. That's Mink closest to the puck. They'll tapped all the way to the sign. Unable to get their center ice now blue line. Taken off the puck on a good pack check by Wade. Tapped off the boards by Springer. Freed up and sent to Hill. And he'll skate it down the middle. Now Hill jumping in with a stop and play at the 10:57 mark here in the very first period.
Yeah, so far a lot of the battles have just been kind of in the neutral zone. We really haven't established anything offensively in the last couple minutes, nor has Mason City. So that's a good sign. You know, we just need to continue to win that neutral zone, get that puck deep, and then start settling down in our offensive zone.
Shepard, Rollard, and Kucher on the front line. Faceoff came just to the left of the goaltender for Mason City. That's Borrud and Springer on defense. Those are your five. It's Kissinger. Those are your five Leafs in the ice as they move right to left. Now an odd man, Borrud there to pick up the pieces. He'll send it back in, and Zimmerman will watch that one sail to his side. Tapped in front dangerously. Good job by the Leafs getting back and thwarting that effort. Now Springer will skate it. That's Shepard. Looks to center, fans on the puck, and comes back. Just escapes the outstretched arms of Borrud. And Kissinger, he's the freshman from Adel. He'll stop this one and quarterback it from left to right. Right through the slot, turn it over on the red line. Tapped right back in off the paw of Borrud. Sent to the blue line. Kept in momentarily, now sent back to the defensive zone. Coach, looks like these neutral zone battles are going to determine this one early on. Is no one able to grab the forefront?
Absolutely, and a lot of games are won from the neutral zone. That's where things kind of the transitions happen. And so we just need to continue to be able to put that pressure, and then I think start just getting that puck deep. Don't try to skate it, just get that thing deep and then be able to settle things down.
Get something started. That's McGrath, the sophomore. It's Kinney, the junior. Taps in on a good look to Glock. And now Glock's got some space. Glock, one-timer over the net. Great chip feed by Kinney, sending him loose. Now Kinney's there again in the corner. He wrestles. That's the Johnson junior. That's Kelty, the sophomore. He joins the fray. Kinney tries to get to the point. Smothered by the winger. Now sent back to center ice and dumped in duress by Mason City. We'll get icing to stop and play. Probably the best look the Leafs have had this game.
Absolutely, and I think we're fortunate that we've played a game on this ice last week where Mason City's got to figure this out, because it does play a little bit different with just the surroundings, the backdrop, the lighting, all that kind of stuff, and the ice kind of plays a little bit different. Even we found out last week that the boards play a little bit different. So
yeah,
we got a little bit of advantage. We need to start taking advantage of those little things.
Face-off come to the left of the goalie. That's Kelty, front of the net. Looks to pinch. Good work by Glock as he saws it off, but back comes Mason City on a 2-on-2. Sailed to the side, good play by McGrath, picked in. Now he's grabbed the puck in the corner. Scrum ensues to the left of the goaltender, Zimmerman. Now in front of the net they go. That's Kinney, they free him up. He looks to move it forward with his stick, unable to do so. Now a nice feed to Kelty. That's Kelty. Wheels, deals, short one. Stick side, left another one low. In front of the net it goes now to the wing. Now tapped, pinched on a nice play by Hender. Hender chops one into the corner. Kinney battles now. The Johnston Jr. sends one behind the net, where Kelty would be the first to engage. The left-hander from DCG. Now Kelty's in a foot race. Scrum ensues to the left of the goaltender. Stab, nice play by Glock to get it tipped in front. Chance, unable to get there. That was Gooding. Right through the crease again, where Hansen's there swiping at it. Leafs now look like they're getting settled in, having many more opportunities than they did in the first 4 or 5 minutes of this one. There's 8:23 left to go in the first. Still scoreless, but the Leafs putting on the pressure. Centering pass. Now sent and chipped. Nice play by McGrath to keep it in. To Hansen on the wing. Wanted to pinch it through. He did. To Gooding, short side, unable to get there. Now Mason City will control it. They'll ask for the blue. They'll get it. They'll take the red. They'll get that as well. Now take it furthermore into the blue. Taken off on a good back check by Hansen. Freed up by Gooding. Sent to the side. Tipped by Hender. Over to the side. Now sent and gathered by the red line, unable to control it. The scrum ensues again. These neutral zone battles are just, Leafs are falling just a little bit short, Coach, in those right now.
They're just a little bit, but we're doing a good job if we lose it, going into the defensive zone, being first one to the puck, and then being able to find a way to get it out and win the blue line, and then be able to transition that back. I foresee it settling down a little bit more in the offensive zone, getting more pressure.
Now it's freed up in the front. Slot, Chance. Shot just over the outstretched arms of the goaltender. That was Shepard who found himself loose, the freshman, in front in the slot. Leafs finding more and more opportunities, but it all starts, as Coach says, in those neutral zone battles. They can chip one out, and then get free. Look like they might have some team speed here they can work with. That's Michael. He'll skate it. Now he'll leave it for Kucher. Now chipped in front. Chance. Good play by the defenseman for Mason City. He'll gather it and shovel it along the boards. Michael keeps it in off the back of his blade. But now Mason City's free and easy in the blue. They'll take the red. Good back check again by Michael. Now he steers his man off the puck and back behind the net. Springer will grab it, send it to Shepard along the wing. That's Shepard, the freshman from Southeast Polk. That one sails through somehow. Gets all the way there. Chipped into the corner now and skated and followed up. Kept in by Kissinger. Momentarily now stabbed outside. Sent back in. The Leafs will have to reset, turn around at the 6:28 mark. Come back at him again from right to left in blue breezers, white tops, and gold numbers. Tapped into the corner. Checked off the boards. That's Wade off the front of his stick. He'll send it all the way around. Mink will grab it. Or Mink taking off the puck in the corner. Scrum ensues to the right of the goaltender. Checked in again. Looking to free up the puck. Still to the right of the goal. Long scrum. Back where Mink now controls it off the front of his blade. Now he's taking off the puck, but he's got it again with his skate. Now his stick. Good effort by Mink. To the point to Borrud. Back to Mink on the wing. Good extra look. Open up the ice for a second there. That's Borrud again pinching. Chopper tipped. Good tip by Hill. Off the shot by Borrud. Kept in by Kissinger. Now this one will escape the zone. Kissinger will have to work to pick up the pieces. Now it's given up along the wing. One-timer. Tried Zimmerman on his glove side and high. Missed the net. It's gathered by Mink. He'll take it all the way to the red, where Wade will control it. Looks to dance inside the neutral or inside the offense, is unable to do so. Now sent back into the corner. Now tapped on, good confrontation. Still in front. This will be sent all the way back. See if it makes it to the red line. It does not. Good hustle by Mason City to keep it going. Short side, look out. Zimmerman forced to step up and make a play with his glove save at the 5:05 mark here in the first.
That was a good job by Zimmerman, just hanging with that. This last week, I know the Oakleys have been some players have been battling through some illnesses and stuff, and so getting them back on the ice and seeing how that portrays, as the game prolongs into the third period.
That's Glock. Wanted to get to Kinney, who was free on the right wing, unable to get him. Now be sent all the way back in. That's McGrath, the sophomore. McGrath will skate it. Tip to Glock. Try to get it through to Kinney. Now pinched in off of McGrath's stick and skates, and he sends it back into the neutral zone. The Leafs will try dump and chase. Sealed in the corner momentarily by McGrath. He's there again. Shoveled on a good back check by Glock. Kinney on the back of his blade. Short side with Glock there. Good effort by the Leafs again. That's Kelty. Kelty, dump pass in front, unable to get there. Hender chops one through the zone, got all the way to Glock, unable to control it. Now he goes back to work in the corner. Taking off puck, centering pass. He wanted Kelty, who had set up camp there. This will stay just inside the blue line for a second. Now it'll be a 2-on-2 for Mason City. They flip one on Zimmerman. He'll slip to the stick side and low, and back into the corner. Good back check by Kinney as he continues on. That's Hender, the senior from Ankeny. Good feed to Kelty, unable to control it. Chip it to the red lines all he could do, and the Leafs will get a change at the 3:56 mark here in the very first period in a scoreless game at Wells Fargo Arena against Mason City. That's McGrath, the right-hander. Takes it all the way to the blue line. Taken off the puck where Gooding has it. That's the freshman. Leaves it for Hender, the senior. The right-hander, he takes it all the way to the blue line. Scrum ensues at the red line. Now we got a whistle and our first stop in play. It looks like we're going to get a penalty of some sorts.
Looks like Hender got caught with a trip there, digging out the puck and someone skate and they fell down. I guess it's a cross check. So we'll go on to our penalty kill, and Mason City goes on the power play. Our penalty kill is pretty good right now. We're in the top half. Actually probably third in the league with about 93% penalty kill. So hopefully that trend continues to happen.
Yeah, we've been excellent in that. The Rise control penalty kill, Rise pest control penalty kill. Leafs will work from right to left. They got Hender for 2 minutes. There's 3 minutes and 23 seconds left in the first period, so see if the Leafs can stave this one off. Foot race now where Michael goes to work. It's Michael, Hansen, Springer, and Mink. Those are your 4 Rise pest control penalty killers. They got another minute 35 to do it as Mason City sets up behind the net. Starting pass dangerously in front. Zimmerman forced to smother it. We'll get a defensive zone. Face off to the left of the freshman Zimmerman and a stop and play. 3:05 left in the first, 1:30 left in the penalty.
And right now Mason City's power play is 5th in the league, and they convert on 16%. So it's a good matchup between our penalty kill and their power play to see who can win the battle.
A little bit of strength on strength the first month. Good call, Coach. Back in the corner they go. Sent to the point where Mason looks to set it up along the wing. Interception by Mink momentarily unable to control it. Now in the slot dangerously. Now picked off on a good back check by Mink as he tied his man up. Just able to force it outside the blue line with a minute 13 left in the Rise pest control penalty. That shot's going to sail to the stick side and high. Now it'll escape the zone, and Mason City will chop it in and try to end it up and chase. Springer will grab it with the left side of his blade, send it all the way along on an outlet to Roland on a flag pattern. Unable to get him. Now pinched up by Michael. Now Roland will go to work along the wing. That's tapped inside. Leafs in their offensive zone, 1 man down. 45 seconds left on the penalty kill. 2:16 left to go in the first period in a scoreless game. Glove save, stop and play. Offensive zone face off to the left of the goaltender.
Kind of like the changeup that the Oak Leafs are putting. They're putting a little bit of pressure down into the offensive zone on the penalty kill. Usually we play the dot formation and kind of let them set up and then force them to one side. I kind of like seeing this little bit of pressure. And then if we have a penalty kill the next time, maybe we change it back up and just get them off kilter a little bit.
A little bit of variety. Roland Cooker on the front line. They'll be the Rabbits on the penalty kill. That's Springer and Michael on defense. Those are your 4 Rise pest control penalty killers. With 28 more seconds left on that little duty. That's Roland in the corner with confrontation, joined by Springer. Kicked by Springer, skate to the wing. Tapper, one-timer, Zimmerman sends that to his right. That's sent further along into the wing where Mason City looks to set it up. 14 seconds to go. Now they're behind in the slot. Chance fanned upon, and luckily, looked like it would have been their best look. Now they keep it in again on the slot. Tap, this will sail all the way over and into the net with only 3 seconds left in the penalty. 1:39 left to go in the first period. Scoreless, Leafs, Mason City.
So good job on our penalty kill. I think, get this face off, off the face off, get that thing back into the corner so that it doesn't, nothing towards the net, get back to the corner and then have that outlet. You might want to see Hender, see what happens here on the outside the box. If he tries to get in the middle or something to set up play, just bring him around the board so he can pick it up.
Yeah, he's entering very quickly. 1 second, as a matter of fact, if he wants it. And he will come off the ice. Good call, Coach. To Hender, to Kelty, the left-hander. Kelty, shot and goal off the glove with Kinney crashing in the corner. They'll tapped up now to escape the zone. The Leafs will fetch it, gather it. McGrath off the front of his blade now will circle. He'll actually take it all the way and shoot it all the way behind the net, just past the outstretched arms of Hender. Now kept in momentarily, dangerously scooted in front where Zimmerman was able to poke that one aside. Now they got Kinney, just missed him on an outlet. Good extra look, just a little too far. 1:06 left to go in the first and a stop in play.
Yeah, I was looking at Mason City and their number 5, Zach Molstead, who leads their team in goals, eight goals on the year so far within their 7 games, and he's not dressing for JV. So we need to take advantage with their goal scorer not being there to get more pressure on this goalie, who is trying to have this game as a confidence booster. So if we can get one on him, I think then once we get one on the board, things will start to pick up.
It's Coach Wade. Good observation. 1 minute exactly left. Now poked ahead, and Kinney's able to free it up. Now he frees it up on the red line. Kinney, good pass to Glock. Glock just taking off the puck in the corner. Now sailed in the corner where Glock's in a battle. Just past the outstretched arms of Kelty. Trapped by McGrath momentarily. Now sent back into the corner where Kelty's freed it up. Glock as well. 40 seconds left to go in a scoreless first period. Leafs in majority control, but not enough where they could pay any dividends. We still got a scoreless game against Mason City. That's Hender, the senior from Ankeny. To Glock on a good feed. That's Glock. Caught traffic. Glock taps it again. Missed on the glove side. Just missed on the glove side. Good follow-up Glock on his own. Tap now further across to Kelty, unable to get there. 15 seconds and counting. Unable to be kept in by McGrath. Now tapped ahead, and Mason's loose on the wing. Stop, pop, Zimmerman, glove save. 6 seconds left in the first period. It says 5 to 4 shots on goal. I'll tell you what, seems like the Leafs have had more. Maybe they've just had a little bit more possession.
They had a little bit more possession, and it looks like for the quality of shots.
Yeah.
And a lot of Mason City shots came out on their power play, or they were just things that were towards the net and where we had to make a save. It wasn't like it was high quality shots.
Right.
So,
defensive zone faceoff to the left of Zimmerman. That's Jack Gooding, the right-hander. Trapped in the corner 1, and that will be the end of the very first period, a scoreless first period. Mason City and the Des Moines Oak Leafs. Wells Fargo Arena. First of 2 pivotal games for both these teams.
Absolutely, and I think this is kind of the game I was expecting out of here. Mason City, Des Moines, doesn't matter if it's the Oak Leafs or Capitals, but anything with Des Moines and Mason City, it's always been a rivalry.
Right.
Back when I was coaching the Capitals, Mason City was our rival. And that's just the way the game's played. It doesn't matter the talent level. It's almost kind of like when the Oak Leafs and Capitals play each other. It doesn't matter, on paper what it looks like. On the ice, it's always a battle. It's always going to be tight. It's always going to be close. And so it's going to be that first team that makes that one little mistake where you can convert on, and that might be the difference maker. And so, my goal every game is always, first team to score 3 goals, right? If you get to 3 goals, you're more likely to win that game. And so we just need to get that first one. I think now that the first period is done, we got kind of things settled. We kind of have them played out because we didn't know what Mason City had with the win against Dubuque and Cedar Rapids, who are good, I think, JV quality teams in their varsity, their program. And so Mason City won those, so we didn't know what to expect out of Mason City. And so I think now, getting them sized up, now we can know what we can and can't do against them. And I think we just need to be a little bit more patient with the puck. I think we're trying to force a few things, take that split second more to look to see where you can get the openings and some of that open ice and utilize some odd man rushes, because Mason City is pinching. Their defensemen are pinching, trying to hold lines, and we got to be able to use our skill and use our vision to see those things and make plays.
Looks like goaltending is going to be at a premium in this one. I think the Leafs probably 70-30 in possession, in my opinion on that. Says 5 to 4 shots on goal. We'll flip it around. Leafs, Blue Breezers, White Tops, gold numbers will come left to right. That's Pospisil, Hansen, and Gooding on the front line. Bolrud and Kissinger on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice as they move left to right. That's controlled by May Pop. Now sent back into the zone. That's Bolrud. Sends it all the way around the ice to Kissinger. They look to break it out of the zone. Unable to advance it past the wing. Now trapped back in. Where scrum ensues to the left of the goaltender, Zimmerman. Now freed up. Chopper, Zimmerman, glove save. He'll snare it. Stop and play 14:32 mark here in the second period.
Yeah, I think Mason City, they're gonna continue to put that pressure on and get us to make a mistake, and when we make that mistake, they're looking for that advantage, and so they're going to continue to put pressure down and try to hold, and so we just got to use the boards to create that open ice.
A little bit of a statement first shift, it looked like, by Mason there. That steered into the corner and a good save by Zimmerman. Trapped in and kept in momentarily, now pinched Finally outside the zone on a good effort by Rowland. Sent over the outstretched paw of Borward. He'll go back and chase it. The big fella, number 12, sophomore from Southeast Polk. Loses sight of it now where Shepard sends it behind the net and all the way back to Cooker. Cooker looks to break it out of the zone. Mason City looks like they're in control right now. Trapped into the corner where Cooker looks to pinch. Scrum ensues to the left of the goaltender. Now taken back behind the net. Still there. We're finally able to dig it up. Is Kissinger. He'll play it to the wing to Shepard. Shepard will shovel it to Rowland, and he's got Cooker with him. That's Rowland. Snapper. Low one. Good bounce. Still. Short chance. Looked like it was still there. One-timer. They had Cooker in front. Good extra look there from Rowland to Cooker. Unable to pay dividends. That one just missed the stick side and low. Scoreless game, 13:36 here in the second period. Leafs, Mason City. Shoveled all the way back around. The Leafs go to work on their offensive zone. Taking off the puck is Shepard. Now he's got it again. In front where Rowland's. Cooker's perch. Roll. Extra pass. Unable to get there and shoveled between the defensemen where Kissinger will pick it up on his side of his own blue line, the 13-18 mark here in the first period. Shovels behind his back to Borward. Borward looks to skate it. Good outlet from Borward to Glock. Glock wanted an extra pass to Kinney, just barely taken off of his stick in time to make that happen. And now Kelty controls, and he'll circle inside his own blue lines. Will Kelty, this left-hander from DCG, wheels, deals, he buys. Got both his line mates with in front, still there. Kinney and Glock on the doorstep. Stop and play, 12:54 in the second.
And we're making some good shot selections. We're keeping it low. We're looking at getting the rebounds. We're just not getting to the rebound. But I also think, we got to get this big goaltender. So you got to get him to be able to move and be down. Get him down on the ice so it opens up the top part. Get him down, get him to move, and then you start looking up top shelf.
Kelty will take the draw. Wanted to send it back to Kinney. Unable to get there. Now Kelty's back behind the net going to work again. Kicked by Glock. Glock to the point, just past Springer. Zimmerman will watch this one actually put a fork in it, send it to Springer, and Springer, the left-hander, will turn and skate it behind the net. Come all the way around to the ring where Kinney will get it. Kinney on the chip to Kelty. Unable to get it through now, and escape it now. Michael will grab it and skate it. Plays it on the short side along the red line to Kinney. Kinney taking off the puck with a physical play by the defenseman. Now tapped in front. See if the Leafs can keep it in. Unable to do so. Sent all the way back, and now there's a foot race to the right of Zimmerman. Taking off the puck, good confrontation. Nice play back there by Springer. Able to take his man off the puck. Now Glock's able to free it up as Leafs look to break the zone. They're able to take it to the blue line, but no more. Now they've lost track of it. Sent back into the corner by pesky stick by Kelty. Leafs unable to do anything with it. Now caught awkwardly in a half of a change on the red line. It's to be sent all the way into the zone where Zimmerman will watch this one bounce right in front of the net. Now it's sent all the way out to the blue line. Now Mink enters the fray, the right-hander from Hoover. Mink, one-timer and a good pass to Hansen, then able to control it off the back of his blade. Good work by Mink. He's there again. Hill fans on the shot just in front. Short side, Hansen's there again. Still in front, dumped out in duress by Mason City. Good look by the Leafs, just no dividends again. Now they're able to control it, send it, and they got a man streaming down the center. Closed off quickly on a dual effort. Still in front, look out. Zimmerman forced to scramble. Got his stick on that one. Mink taken down from behind just inside the blue line. Poor McGrath can finally get his paws wrapped around that one. Sent all the way back down where Michael controls. That's the freshman from Roosevelt to Hill. He's the sophomore from Urbandale to Mink. He's the sophomore from Hoover and sent into the zone. That's Hansen. Dowling Jr. setting chase on that one. Now tap past the blue line. Controlled by Shepard. Handed off to the defenseman. That was Cooker. Now played furthermore to Mink. Mink still going. Now he's behind the net. Unable to get there. Leaves it on the wing to Cooker. Shovel to the point. To Hender. Low one. Chopper. That just escaped the net high. Good effort by the Leafs. A little top-down hockey there. Good idea. As they've started to forge through here midway through the second. There's 10:26 left to go. Front of the net post. You could hear it from here. Hender one more. Still in front. In duress, Mason City able to just barely click through. Hey, good effort by the Leafs their last two runs at that one, Coach.
Absolutely, and we're creating opportunities. We're keeping the puck low. We're forcing it to the net, and we're getting 6 on it to get the puck to do some redirection. That's another way to be a big goaltender who takes up a lot of space. Make him think it's going one way, get a stick on it to make it go somewhere else.
At least we're working below the net there, nice, and use their points. Midway through the second here on their best look so far. Zimmerman forced to snare that one in front with a winger crashing. We're going to stop and play at the 9:51 mark. Still scoreless. Mason City in town against the Leafs at Wells Fargo Arena.
Good job by Zimmerman just to recognize that there was a little bit of pressure coming from behind him where you can't see behind you, and then he feels that pressure to be able to cover that puck, make sure that rebound was taken care of.
Face-off will come to the left of the goaltender, Zimmerman. Roland, Shepard, and Cooker on the front line. Kissinger and Borwood on defense as your 5 Leafs in the ice as they move left to right. Blue Greasers, white tops, gold numbers. Now Cooker's got a one-on-one. A crossing route to Shepard. Good play by the defenseman. Good extra look by Cooker. Just about a stick away from an unimpeded shot, unable to get there. Now the Leafs look to pinch. Now they've given up numbers. Front of the net, look out, chopped. Taken on a good play by Borwood. Gathered and controlled now by Roland. Roland fires one on a glove save. We'll get a stop and play in an offensive zone face-off to the left of the goaltender at the 9:19 mark here. And a scoreless second period.
That was a good rush by Cooker in the last series where he came down. He was trying to get it in the front. I think he wanted it more in front of Roland or Shepard, whoever was there, just so that it was kind of more of a shot pass. And so but he got too close where it was intercepted by Mason City. So, good look.
Draw one by Kelty. Escapes the point. Mark Kissinger's forced to go back and pick it up. Now he's there and he pinches it further along. Glock looks to aid in the help to advance it, unable to do so. Now caught the body of Kissinger, but controlled on the short side. Look out, that puck's dangerous and escape gets into the net. It looked like it might have gotten in off the body of a Mason City Mohawk. But right now it looks like it's going to stand 1-0 at the 9-minute mark, flat in the second.
Yeah, that was just thrown in the net. Rebound went up, and then went off Mason City body into the net. Not much we could do about that, but again, we need to convert on our end. We've had plenty of opportunities and good quality opportunities. It's just not going in the back of the net, and so we got to find a way to be able to beat this goaltender and rebound back through here. Right now, you got to win this face-off, get it deep. And we'll still see if this goal still stands. The referees are still talking about it.
Yeah, it was awkward. It looked like it jumped up and caught part of the body. Looked like it was knocked in off the chest. Or now they're going to talk about it further. Got to look at that one in replay. My initial thought that it was knocked in by something above the waist. What'd you think?
But even if it came off the body, it wasn't kicked in. It wasn't from the skates.
Yeah.
So if it's off the body, it's still good. If it came off a hand or a hand motion and it got swatted in, then that would be a no goal.
Still talking about it.
But it looks like it's going to stand.
And it is. So at the 9-minute mark, Mason City draws first blood. They lead 1-0. Shots on goal are exactly even at 8 apiece. That's Kelty. Kelty front. Kinney one-timer. Tap. Just missed. Good feed by Kelty to Kinney. Just missed. Good save by the goaltender there. That's taking up space there, Coach. That was a nice save.
And that's the one where we need to convert on that one right there. But the goaltender came up big and made a huge save for Mason City.
Tapped in front, now sent by Glock off the back of his blade. The front of Kinney's blade, he looks to advance it to Kelty. Now taken furthermore, where Springer's unable to control it. Now in front, now the slot goes to work goes Mason. They fan on this one where Kelty's able to come back and confront that puck in the corner. Scrum ensues to the left of the goaltender. Now skated only to the wing now as Mason City looks pesky and in front. That's Springer. 8:10 left to go in the second. Leafs down 1-0. One-timer. Wanted Kinney in the outlet. Just caught the defenseman stick. Now tap further along to Glock, and Glock will send it all the way back down, and the Leafs will get a change. And an icing call and a stop and play at the 7:56 mark in the second.
Yeah, that last shift, we came off very strong, and the opportunity we had, basically a 2-on-0, we had a great play, we just couldn't convert. And then we got back in our defensive zone, and I saw a little bit of just kind of standing around. We got to have a little bit of energy. We got to play in our defensive zone with some urgency, and then be stronger on our sticks. We're not as strong on our sticks as what we need to be, containing that puck and possessing it.
Sent in the corner by Pospisil. Now it's Hansen along the wing. Tapped dead by Hender. Now Hender controls off the front of his stick, taps it ahead to Gooding. Here comes Gooding with Hansen to his right. That's Gooding. In the corner, unable to continue on. Behind the net he goes. Now he's gathered it again to the right of the goaltender. Sends it on a soft pass back to Pospisil. There's 2 men on the puck. Now we got a whistle and a stop in play. the 7:27 mark here in the second.
So we're going to go on our first power play here with Mason City get us drawing a penalty. Mason City 2 minutes for, I think, interference. And so we'll see what we can do on our power play. It's been one of our strongest suits here for us. We're in the top half. Mason City also has a good penalty kill. They're I think number 4 in the league for that. So again, specialty teams for both teams are pretty equal when they go against each other. So if we can get one in here, that's a big bonus for us.
And you'd mentioned the goaltending for Mason City. It looks like they've got one that's doing a pretty good job so far today.
Absolutely.
Some varsity experience and all. Shown early on with a couple of big saves. A couple of point-blank stops. Lou Sales just missed his man. Forward for Mason City found himself on all fours. It was free and easy. Now gathered behind the net where Michael will control it at the 7:12 mark here in the second period. Midway point. Leafs find themselves down 1-0 at Wells Fargo Arena. They'll take it and they look up to set that power play up. It's the Ankeny Auto Body power play. See if they can get something going. It's Kucher on the wing. It's Michael in front of the net. Slides it through, caught traffic, and Mason City's going to win battle number 1 as they get it to the red line. Minute 25 left to go. In the one-man advantage, we get a whistle and stop and play.
Yeah, just unfortunately we got a high stick there, so the faceoff's going to go all the way back down in our defensive zone, so we'll have to win the faceoff and work it back out. We had a good setup. We just weren't able to convert on getting a shot to the net.
Faceoff will come to the right of the goaltender Zimmerman. Ankeny Auto Body power play, 1:23 left to go. And that little fella, see if the Leafs can get down there and set it up. That's skated by Glock. Glock stops. Crossing around, a good one. One-timer, tapped, just dangerously over the net. Good extra look now as Glock controls again. To Kucher behind the net. Kucher wheeling, dealing. He'll send it to the slot just a little too far for his winger. This will be forced outside the zone, and battle number 2 works for Mason City, who's able to clear it to the red line. Leafs look to change and go quickly. 56 seconds left to go. Tapped in off the back of the blade by Kucher with Rowland and Shepard streaming after it. This is Michael, the right-hander from Roosevelt. He's up on the net. He got it to go through. Michael took it in unimpeded. Found the 5-hole. Just like that, the 6:10 mark here in the second period. The Leafs locked this thing up at 1.
Absolutely, and that was a good job by Cooper. Just kind of take the ice that they gave him, read, wait for traffic to get in front. And when he took the shot, there was a little bit of traffic, and then he could spot that 5-hole. I could spot the 5-hole all the way from up here. Just put it towards the net and was able to hit right where the only spot where they'd be able to go in, and we were able to tie this thing up. And so, again, we needed that goal right now.
Midway through the second, the Leafs tied up. Connor Michael with the unassisted goal ties this thing up. It's Kissinger. Tries to play it forward. Now it's between his feet. Tries to play it forward again. He's able to do so to Wade. Wade looking for his man Mink. Now Mink takes his man off the puck. Scrum ensues just outside the blue line right in front of the Oak Leafs bench. A tap back in by Mason City. It'd be nice and calling a stop and play at the 5:34 mark. Yeah, the Leafs needed to answer one very quickly there. Nice job by Michael to make it happen.
Absolutely, and it wasn't a better time to get a power play than be able to convert on that power play. And so, right now with Wade, Mink, and Hill out there, Bolrud and Finson there, if we can win this face-off, get it back to Bolrud, see if somebody can just get some more, a little bit of traffic, and then see if Bolrud can get a nice, hard, low shot.
Tackle down in the corner along the wing. Scrum ensues, tapped in there by Wade, freed up to Mink. That's Wade on all fours. Now sent behind the net where Mink's got it in control. Behind the net. Able to snare it with the right side of his blade, the Hoover sophomore. Mink still with the puck. Dancing behind the net, he'll send it to Bolrud to the point. Bolrud checks it, now he's unable to get there. And a 2-on-1 here with Kissinger to pick up the pieces. Tapper one-timer right in the chest of Zimmerman. One-timer, they had a wide open net. Couldn't get there. Good centering pass. Just was on edges. The winger from Mason City not able to exploit the opening, and the Leafs dodged a bullet there without question at the 4:55 mark here in the second period in a 1-1 game. Now they've got it again. They'll check it right back in. Dump a chase into the corner. Right through the crease with no one to pick up the pieces. Front of the net. Tackled, stopped, now controlled by Pospisil. Popped Ben Hansen. Ben Hansen looks to dance, taking off the puck in the corner. May Pop joins the fray to the left of the goaltender. Gooding's there as well. Now Gooding's got it. Gooding looks front of the net. One-timer McGrath. Good feed by Gooding. McGrath had stepped up from his defensive spot in the slot. Unable to get enough on it to make it happen, but good look nevertheless by the Leafs. Now tapped, sent to the blue line, but tapped back in on a good effort off the back of the stick by McGrath as Hansen joins the fray. Gooding there stands guards as well. Now it's controlled by Mason City. They'll shovel it all the way back around, see if it makes it. Confronted by Pospisil. Able to take his man off the puck. Back they go now. Wrestled back in. Confrontation. Now we've got sticks tied up. It looks like May Pop and the winger for Mason City engaging a little extracurricular. I think they're going to get Pospisil for a penalty here.
I think they're going to take both of them. I think it'll be a coincidental. It's a little bit of tie-up, rough, not letting each other go. And so, both of them will go to the box for 2 minutes, and we'll still have 5-on-5 hockey going on.
3:54 left in the second, a 1-1 game. Yeah, those two were tied up for quite a while there. It's Kelty, Glock, and Kinney in the front line. Hender and McGrath on defense as your 5 Leafs in the ice as they move left to right. Offensive zone face-off to the left of the goaltender. Taken off where Kinney's behind the net. Kinney plays it to Glock. Glock to Kelty. Good play underneath the hole by both those guys. Kinney unable to gather that one, and back comes Mason City on a 3-on-2. They'll take it further along. Tapped in front of the net dangerously. Now controlled by Kinney. Just behind his man Glock, who's finally able to catch it. See if Glock can do something with it. Now caught traffic in front. Glock's still there. Stepping up one-timer and a blazer from the point. Stepped up. That was Kelty. That's Hender. Sent into the corner. Kelty now. He'll check it into the corner and chase it himself. McKinney joins the fray. Back behind the net they go. That's where these guys are probably the most dangerous, Coach. That's Kelty, front of the net. Tap to the wing. Hender. He keeps it in. Tapped on a nice play by Glock. It's like they shovel it down there for the next guy to get there. Tapped in by McGrath. Now sent furthermore to the corner. Kinney unable to stab it out of the air. Glock now has it, and he'll send it back in right on the defenseman at the 2:52 mark here in the second period in a 1-1 game. Now it'll be dumped back around. It'll catch the back of the goal. Zimmerman will check it to his defenseman. Dump to himself where Hender's there to pick it up. Back of the net, dangerously in front again. Finally able to pick it out of the zone on a good active stick by Kelty. Now Kelty taking off the puck and on all fours as Mason City controls it along the wing. Now they've got it right along the boards again as they continue on into the corner. Shot went errant into the left side behind the net on the glove side at the 2:18 mark here. The second period in a 1-1 game. That's McGrath. Front of the net, good pass. Unable to turn and control it. Now Hender off the front of his blade will send it to McGrath as Leafs really need to break the zone here. Kinney finally able to shovel it down. The 2:04 mark. Mason City will turn. Get nice and call a stop and play, bring it all the way down this way. Boy, that shift was a tale of two cities.
Yeah.
All Leafs at one point and then all Mason City on the next.
Well, and then what happened is we got it out in the neutral zone. We tried to get the puck deep, but Mason City intercepted the pass. One of the guys on the line was able to make a change, but then I think Kinney and Kelty both got stuck in the defensive zone, couldn't get off, and so they just kind of got worn down.
Mason City with an offensive zone face-off to the left of the goaltender. They take it to the point. Now along the wing. That's Michael. Michael chops one into the air. Poor Mink's got it with Roland in the middle. Mink stops. Drops one for Kucher. Kucher looks to control. Roland short side. Opening, unable to get there. Mink smelled it. He just couldn't get there in time. That pass is going to sail just past the winger from Mason City. Icing's waved off. Back in the corner they go. That's Michael, the freshman from Roosevelt. Good outlet pass. Dropped in from Kucher to Mink. Back to Kucher. Kucher shoveling past Mink. Front chance. It's there. Tap. Quick late temp by Roland to tap it. If the net came off its kilter or not, but that's a quick whistle.
Yeah, I think the referee intermittent whistle lost sight of the puck, and so when he doesn't see the puck, he assumes that it's frozen and will blow the whistle. So intermittent whistle will reset and have a little face-off here, but kind of good mix of passing with this group right now.
Tap to the point. Shoveled. Didn't get through, but now Mink's on it, the sophomore from Hoover. Plays it to the point. Now stolen. Where Michael will take it and send it right back in off the glass, and the Leafs will dump and chase with 1 minute left to go here in the second period of a 1-1 game. Trapped into the corner. Kucher Shoveled. Wanted Roland able to get there. Snap up. McGrath there with a rebound. Mink unable to see it. Now to go back to work in the corner. He'll play it to the point. Springer. Low one tapped. Nice extra tip there by Roland on a good feed from the point by Springer. That's the kind of stuff you need, the redirect you're talking about, Coach.
Absolutely. That was a great shot by Springer. Just nice and low, almost to, top of your foot height, and a good tip, a little misdirection, and, just about squeaked it by to end this period. If we can get one here, before in the 46 seconds, that's huge going into the third period.
It's Kinney in the corner. Leaves it for Glock. Glock trying to go back to Kinney. But Kinney's got up the front of his play. Back to Glock. Behind the net. Front of the net to Kelty. Unable to get there. For Kissinger have to move up. He's unable to keep it in the zone. He gets to the red line. Mason City looks to attack, and they're able to get into their offensive zone momentarily until Kissinger has it. Good extra look by Glock. Now to Kelty. Now tapped by Kinney. Able to clear it to the blue line. Scrum and Sioux is just in front of us here at center ice. Where now Mason City's got numbers if they can exploit it. Broken up. Slot. Look out. Off the post. Zimmerman to his left. Unable to get there. Tapped ahead. Still stays in the zone. Both leagues getting tied up now. But a whistle will stop this second period at 1-1. Competitive second period.
Very competitive, and the whole game. It's going to be who makes the fewest amount of mistakes, and then who can convert. We just about made a mistake here in the back end of this second period. Lucky it went off the post, because that could have gave big momentum for Mason City to end that period with a goal coming into the third period.
Yeah, just a few seconds left in that second period. They found the post. Nevertheless, we're tied at 1. We'll get a scrape and be back for the third and final. 1-1. All right, here we go. Third and final period. Dan Kinney, Andrew Raid bringing it from you from Wells Fargo Arena. 1-1, Mason City and Des Moines Oakley. It's been a good one, Coach.
Has been a good one, and you know, I think for us, for the Oakleys, we need to be able to utilize our team speed. I think we're faster than Mason City is. Mason City, you know, takes up ice and space and uses their body well, but we need to be able to use our speed and be able to get the puck into, you know, open ice where we can skate into it and then develop some odd man rushes and then get that goaltender to be able to move, you know, and then get him down so we can go high, you know, in misdirections.
Kelty, Kinney, Glock start on the front line for the Leafs. Michael and Springer on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice. The Zoo move right to left as soon as Rocky with a hurricane fades away, and it does. Springer leaves him into the corner, now tapped Edward Kinney off the back of his blade, now front. Now sent behind the net where the Leafs look to pick it up and quarterback it from left to right. That's Springer. Played all the way along, just escaped the stick of Glock. Now Kinney goes to work in the corner at the 14:40 mark here. Trapped in on a nice play by Kinney in the corner momentarily. Freed up to where Glock has it. Tries to get it back to Kinney in the corner, able to do so. Now escapes, gets past the blue line, and here comes Mason City. Taken off the puck from behind by Glock and a good back check. Springer off the back of his blade. He'll survey it. Play it back in the corner to Glock, and Glock will look to break the zone, see if the Leafs can get something going. Van de Paan sent to center ice. Looked like he had Kinney for a minute there, Coach.
He did have Kinney there and just missed it. You know, those are the things that we need to be able to clean up in this period is we got to be stronger on our sticks and stronger on the puck.
Tapped in by Michael now and sent actually over the netting and into the stands. We're going to stop and play at the 14:01 mark in a 1-1 game.
There was a couple of opportunities where we were able to make a play that, you know, that would have been better. We were trying to put the puck back into traffic where all we had to do was kind of reset, play it back, reset things, and let the back end help out our front end.
That's Kissinger. He'll wrap it all the way around and send it into the offensive zone. The Leafs will give chase at the 13:53 mark here in a 1-1 game. Caught traffic now. Controlled, they look to break the zone. They're able to do so. They get the blue, now the red. Now they got a one-on-one. Pecked, a good pick by Borud. Picked the puck, sent it over to his line mate. Now a good outlet to Kucher, and Kucher's free and easy on the wing. Kucher, low one on net, glove save by the goaltender for Mason City. We're going to stop and play 13:31 mark in the third and final.
Right there, I like Kucher's shot, but I also think he could have just held on and kept going down, you know, down towards the corner and wait for his help to get there and then make a nice pass to the back door for an opportunity, a better opportunity.
Roland, Shepard, and Kucher on the front line. That's Borud and Kissinger on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice as they work from right to left. Right about the 13-minute mark here in the third period, 1-1 game. Pivotal 13 minutes here for the Leafs and Mason City. Back behind the net, Kucher shovels, leaves it for Shepard. Shepard centering pass, made it all the way through the crease. Step up, look, Kissinger, chap, one-timer, still there. 5-hole, unable to force it through. Good. They got the goalie sprawling. Shepard just unable to get his stick on it in time. Good effort by the Leafs at the 13:01 mark. Stop and play.
They had you know, a little opening there. If we just had a little bit more mustard under the puck, you know, that thing would have been buried into the back of the net. We just weren't able to get, you know, all of the puck going in the direction we needed to.
Pospisil, Gooding, and Hansen on the front line. McGrath and Hender on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice. As they move right to left now, the crossing route's picked off, and Mason City goes to work on their offensive zone. Hard one through the crease that went to the left side and low of Zimmerman's glove side. Now scrum ensues to his left, just inside the blue line. Chopped head where May Pop will skate in on the red. He'll ask for the blue, he'll get it. May Pop stops, circles, looks, now beats his man momentarily. Looks to send it behind the net, able to do so. Mason controls, send it along the boards now where they control along the wing. Kept in by Hender. Tapped head momentarily by Gooding. Wrestled off the puck just in front and into the crease where Mason City controls it behind their own net again. An awkward bounce behind their own goal. That's Hansen. He's taken off the puck. Scrum ensues to the left of the goaltender for Mason City. Pospisil unable to get there. Now to escape the zone. Puck on all edge. They'll have to hustle to get there. McGrath's able to do it. Now he'll continue on. Hansen as well on the forecheck to McGrath. McGrath on the wing, the sophomore. Back of his blade. Circles behind his own net. McGrath still with the puck. Nice taken off the puck, confronted. Centering pass, no one there to pick up the pieces, and Mason City come on a 3-on-2 if they hurry now, a 2-on-2. They'll take it wide and they'll take it left. This one slides across the crease. Tapped in by Wade. To the blue line. Sent to Hender. Chop to Jax Hill. Now sent further along to Mink. Mink on the corner. He'll stop. He'll look. Pirouette. He's taken off the puck. Short-sided. Good shot there by Wade. And a good feed by Mink. Goaltender had cut off. It's a big goaltender. You're right, Coach. You got to get that goalie moving.
Yep. Got to get him moving left and right and be able to misdirect pass or misdirect shots and just continue to fire it. You got to be ready for that puck to be right out in front. The goaltender's pretty quick, for being a big goaltender, covering a lot of space. So any rebounds that come, it's got to be quick and it's got to be on par. Yeah,
just on stature alone is able to close off the corner on that near side shot by Wade. It's Kelty and Glock and Kinney on the front line, and Springer and Michael on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice as they move right to left. Michael will control this one behind his own net. Good nicing to stop and play. They'll bring it all the way out to just outside the blue line. No, they'll take it all the way in to the offensive zone at the 11-minute mark, and a good opportunity here for the Leafs with the downhill runners in the corner.
Yep, and right now I think we have the right line out here, so we're fortunate with the icing call to get a thing deep and then just stay that thing deep and then get it out to the points and get some traffic in front.
Draw now sent to the corner. Glock went in to get it. Glock. Centering pass, one to Kinney. Kept in by Michael. They'll go to work behind the net again. This is Glock behind the net again. Glock to the point. Off the skates. Now stabbed into Glock along the wing, unable to control it. Chipped into the air. Michael unable to keep it in. The Leafs will gather and send it right back in quickly as Kinney looks to advance it. Sent to Kinney from Glock. Now Kinney wrestles inside the blue line. Trapped in, now brought. Sent outside the zone. Springer pinches, unable to get there. Michael now, right side of his blade. Michael skated, being chased full speed. As Michael continues on. It's Michael along the wing. Shot. Glove save with both wingers crashing. 10-15 mark here in the third and final. 1-1 game.
1-1 game, and that was the only opportunity right there for Michael. Just he didn't really have any outlets, nobody to pass to. So if they're giving you that open ice, take that open ice all the way you can. Put a shot on net. We got to face off, and let's readjust and regroup.
Back behind the net it goes. That's Shepard, closest to it. Now tap to the wing. Mason City able to break the zone. Centering pass and a 2-on-1 with Borrud to pick up the pieces. Stop, pop, look. He tried the 5-hole on Zim. He closed it off. Good save by the freshman from Riverdale. Stop and play 10:03 in the third and final.
Good job by Bolrud, just kind of staying in the middle, not committing one way or the other. He commits to the guy who's rushing the puck. He's just going to slide it over and makes our goaltender have to move. If he just takes in the middle, he can't. There's no pass there, and then Zimmerman can just take that short side. So good job defensively on that odd man rush.
It's a 2-on-1. Best look Mason City's had in a while. Scrum ensues to the left of Zimmerman. Also pop up. Their board's able to force it past the blue line. The Mason City up to the challenge, and they'll tap it right back into the zone again. It's Kissinger. Rubbed off the puck. Shepard as well. Freed up now. Taken and forced to the blue line. And here comes Kucher along the left wing. The sophomore. Tried a shot and goal. Caught traffic in front of the defenseman. Borrud up pinching along the wing. He's able to get a stick on it, keep it in. Unable to advance it further. Now Borrud off his skates, keeps it in, and Kucher will send it all the way back behind the goal at the 9:18 mark as the Leafs look to do some work from behind the net. Trapped in the corner of scrum. Looking to free it up. That's Rowland and Shepard. Now to the point, McGrath. Low one. Actually rose that one to the stick side and high. Borrud with a low one. Tapped in front. Unable to control it. Rowland now turns. Pirouette's unable to get a full stick on it. Quick stick by the defenseman. Now it's kept in on a good active stick again by Rowland along the line. Kept in by McGrath. Back they go. Good pressure by the Leafs. 8:50 and counting in a 1-1 game. Back into the corner behind the net it goes. That's that tap to Borrud along the wing. He turns up the pinch. He's unable to keep it in. And now sailed on an aerial. That'll get past McGrath and into the corner. McGrath will fetch this one at the 8:33 mark. Look to skate it. Long outlet to Shepard. Unable to fetch it. We'll get an icing and a stop and play. They're just missing on some of those, Coach. Haven't looked as crisp as they have in the first period in those.
Absolutely, and right there, we good recognition of where we wanted to go. On the weak side, we just ain't able to get a stick on it to negate the icing call. And so, we still need to stretch the ice and look for those, but we need to be able to convert at the same time.
Face off to the right of the goaltender, Zimmerman. Tapped by McGrath. Gathered by Gooding. A sent to the point. Confronted by Pospisil. Unable to force it outside the zone. Now they're in the slot, dangerously awkward. Zimmerman forced to snare that with his glove. We'll get a defensive zone face off to the left of Zimmerman. A stop and play.
Yeah, we're not allowing Mason City to get any hard shots, when they get down into that scoring area, but we also can't let them just have a free lane there, because it's just going to take one little wicked bounce to be able to change this game.
He's 1-1, yeah. The next bounce probably wins this one. Played into the corner now. Behind the net where McGrath looks to confront. Pospisil lays a little lumber along the back. Now the puck's freed up. Where Hansen looks to chase it, the junior from Dowling. Off the skate now. Pinch attempt there by Pospisil, unable to get there. Now along the wing they come. Scrum and assist to the left of Zimmerman. With McGrath. Gooding and Pospisil join the fray. Dug out by McGrath. He'll skate it. Grab the blue off the back of his blade, unable to advance any further, and right back into the zone it goes. Mason City doing a much better job in the neutral zone than they did in the first period. They started out the third period pretty well here.
Absolutely, and we got to readjust, and if they're going to be pressuring hard, then we got to be stronger on our sticks and stronger on our skates.
That was Pospisil, still free in front. Looked like another quick whistle maybe. Pospisil found himself loose, played one on net. Juicy little rebound for a second, but the whistle came in the stop and play at the 7:17 mark. Getting down to crunch time. Kind of feels like next goal win, doesn't it, Coach?
Absolutely, it does. It feels like that, and hopefully it's on our end, but we just got to continue to battle and work and go to the net and doing kind of what we're doing right here. But you've got to win those battles.
Unable to win that one in front of the net. Now Mason City's able to escape the zone. And Michael will go grab this one at the back of his blade. Left along the wing. Now poked further along by Wade and Mink, and now Wade forces it outside the blue line. This is Springer. Tapped head to Mink. Mink goes to work in the corner to the left of the goaltender. Hill unable to keep it in. Michael as well, and back comes Mason City. They got a 2-on-1. Zimmerman had caught him right in the chest. He was able to see it the whole way. Extra pass might not have hurt the boys in black there. 6:39 stop and play.
Yeah, right there we were reaching. We got to quit reaching with our sticks. The moment that we reach with our sticks, our feet stop moving. Yeah. And so then that's when we get out on our heels, and all of a sudden that's where our breaks are coming, where Mason City's breaks are coming from. So we got to be confident. If we're going to go.
Mason City's best period of the game, without a doubt, in my opinion. That's Borud. To Glock. Glock trying to get it out. He's able to get it to Kelty. Kelty in the corner. Kelty. Aerial over the net. That's Kissinger. Plays it all along. That's Borud. That'll escape the zone. He'll have to fetch it. Cade thinks better of it now to chop it back in. Caught the stick of Kelty. Cade was trying to dump it deep. Kelty took it as a pass. Front of the net. Point now. 6:08. Mason looks good here. They're in the front. They got one.
Yep.
6:03. Sloppy turnover by the Leafs, and just like that, 2-1 lead for Mason City, 6 to go in the third and final.
And that kind of just started in our offensive zone, and we just started to scramble there. It transferred into down in our defensive zone, started to scramble and run, and then popped out to the defenseman. We didn't block a shot. We didn't, it got through. We had two guys going to one defenseman. Neither one of our forwards were able to block the shot from the advance, and it just got everything all scrambled.
We got ourselves on our heels there. All kind of started with the Borud trying to dump it in deep. Unable to get there. 5:55. Leafs down by one. They need an answer quick. That's Mink. Trapped in by McGrath. To the wing again. As Mink pitches. Drawn out of there by Roland. McGrath. Steered aside by the goaltender to the left. Step up by Hender. Low one on net. Caught traffic, the defenseman. Rebound was there for a second. They able to pay dividends, and back come Mason City. They force it to the wing. Pinched by McGrath. checked off of the glass and all the way to the defensive zone where Roland will have to skate this one off the right side of his blade. That's the right-hander. Now left behind again. Leafs just missing on some of these. It's Roland. Takes a shot as he gives up the puck. Now he's got Mink. It's a sophomore from Hoover. Just past his outstretched arms. McGrath now looks to pinch, unable to do so. And here they come again, another odd man rush. Too many of these this period. Zimmerman, that's right, the 5-0. He's able to close that one off in a stop and play. 4:58. Too many odd man rushes at this point, Coach.
Right, and we want to eliminate those, but then now with only 5 minutes to go, now this is the time where you're going to have to take some chances, and so you might see a little bit more odd man rushes out of Mason City because we're forced to be able to take more opportunities, and we got to keep the puck into the offensive zone, so we're going to have to pinch and hold, and then things have to just be bang bang. We got to be able to control it on our sticks and then fire things. Everything's got to go to the net.
Controlled by Mason City along the wing. Michael with a nice play. Takes the body and the puck to Hansen. Now front, chance, look out, dangerously. Giving up again in the defensive zone. Leafs are on their heels here in the third and final. They need an answer quick. 4:34 left to go in this one. They're down 2-1. Centering pass and a beauty. All alone in front. Still there in the slot. It's all Mason City right now. They've had a good third period again. Short side, good save by Zimmerman. Good stop and play at the 4:22 mark. Those are 30 seconds. He escaped some further damage, Coach.
Yeah, and right now, if you look into our defensive zone when the puck is deep, a lot of the guys, I always taught, keep your feet up, pointing up. So when you get the puck, you're going forward right away. And a lot of our guys are just watching back, so we're forgetting about where the defensemen are. So when the puck gets out to them, they're able to we're not seeing it right away, and they're able to get back into the net. And so we got to do those little things right now to be able to get it out of our defensive zone, get to the red line, get that thing deep, and then start putting some pressure.
Kelty with the draw. Kinney and Glock on right and left. It's Springer and Michael. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice. This is Michael. Gets through the zone, and Kelty's got some room along the wing. Kelty stops. One-timer. Juicy rebound. Late swing by Kinney. Now there's some confrontation. The 4-minute mark flat. Good outlet. Good work by Kelty.
Good work by Kelty. Get down there, get that shot. We gotta hop out of that rebound. The rebounds today are not flying out, like they did last week into the zone. So we got to get on top of the goaltender, be able to bring it back, and then up and over.
Played into the corner by Glock. Back of the blade by Kinney. Glock will send it all the way around. Good pinch by Borud. Needed to do it. Left for Kinney, who took his spot. Sent back in around the boards. Unable to get through. Now Mason will skate it from the blue. They'll take the red. They'll dump it back in. They got time and house money on their hands with that 1-goal lead. Tipped out. Unable to gather it. This board, he'll go back to work. 3:33. One-timer all the way through the crease on a tough one. This is Kinney. He'll take it to the blue. And he'll take it to the red, and he'll take it wide. He's got the blue again. Kinney centering past Glock, unable to get there. Still in front. Now taken apart by the defenseman from Mason City. Gathered and controlled by Hender, the senior. To Glock. Tap to center ice. To Borud. Borud leads for Glock in the corner. Glock to Kelty. One-timer glove save and a good one. Goaltenders all over it for Mason. 2-1 lead, 3-minute mark here in the third and final.
Yep, a good save by the Mason City goaltender right there. Not, catching it and not giving up a rebound because we had somebody coming in backdoor. So, if that's a little bit lower and goes off his leg pad, there might have been a rebound there that we could go and bury.
Mink, Shepard, and Cooker on the front line. Springer and Michael on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice as they move right to left. 3-minute mark. Short side, chance. Tucked in, unable to get there. Quick look on the near side. Goaltender's just hard to find a space. It's a formidable player in net today for Mason City, without question. Tap to the point. Michael, step up, slot, chance. Caught traffic. Unable to control it. Back they come, tap to Cooker. Cooker will take it along the wing. Shovel and drop it. Now back inside the Mink. Continues to work. Good shot. Glove, still in front. Scrum, puck still loose. Good give and go there from Cooker to Mink and Mink to Cooker, but they're unable to pay dividends on that near side. Quick whistle stop that one. We'll get an offensive zone's face-off to the right of the goaltender.
So Mason City is making a line change right here. They're kind of putting a bigger line out to take a little bit more body against, kind of our finesse and line who likes to move the puck, see if they can change it up where they're not allowing them to get to the net. Because we've had some pretty good offensive pressure coming in, these last couple of shifts off these faceoffs. So let's see how that adjustment for Mason City pans out for them.
Springer caught traffic, still there in front. Able to get a stick out and sent all the way back. 2:34 and counting in this one. Leafs down by 1 late in the third. Shepard looks to steal it, unable to do so. Controlled by Michael. Stabs it to the blue line. Controlled by Mason City. Scrum just right in front of the Mason City bench. They're able to free it up and send it into the zone. They take it wide on the side. Able to stop it. Now shovel it back in. Now poked into the corner. Where they go to work. Cooker slaps it to Shepard. Shepard will go behind his own net. Taken away. Sent in front. Slot. Centering pass and a good save by Zimmerman. 2 minutes flat in this one, Coach. Dangerous turnover there.
Dangerous, very dangerous turnover right down in behind the net. One of the things we can't do is just be able to catch it up on the half board and then not be able to possess it in going forward, but we're continuing going behind the net to try to get reset and get back out, but we're going into the pressure of Mason City.
Defensive zone face off to the left of Zimmerman. Sent to the wing. Now to the point. That's Pospisil. Borwood sends it all the way across the ice to Hansen. Hender chips it ahead. Unable to continue on. Hansen now uses his body, keeps it in on the boards, frees it up. Here come the Leafs. It's Ben Hansen, the junior from Dowling. Tapped and stolen by Mason City, and they can do this now for the rest of the game. Send it down, and they will. 1:33 left in the third and final period. Leafs down 2-1. Says shots on goal 22-18.
Right.
Pretty even game.
A pretty even game, back and forth. We just had, I think one, goal. Their basically his first goal that was kind of, off somebody, and nothing you can do really about that one. Kind of just, luck of the draw there. But then the second goal that Mason City gets, we make a mistake, right? And that's where games are won and lost. Is a team that makes the fewest amount of mistakes is likelihood is going to be they're going to win. So we'll see what. The Oak Leafs draw up here with a minute 33 through this timeout, but I have to believe, keep that thing low, battle it down low, and then you got to have your head up, because if Mason City starts just to pack everything into that scoring zone, then you got to use the defenseman so it draws them out to open up some of the shooting lanes from the defenseman onto the net, and then everybody's got to be ready for any rebound, and it's got to be a quick shot back. You can't just hang on to it and let the goalie set up for the return. And then you look for our defensemen to start pinching even more. And then we'll watch Zimmerman to see when they decide to pull him. And then once you get to that 6-on-5, my rule of thumb is everything goes to the net, and then you're just crashing. You plant somebody there who has a nose for rebounds, nose for the directional stuff. And so that you're given that opportunity just to bury one.
1:33 left to go in the third and final period. Leafs down 2-1 to Mason City at Wells Fargo Arena, the first of two. Varsity action is next.
Looks like Zimmerman, they're taking him off right now, so they're going to have a minute 33 of a 6-on-5. And so we'll see how Mason City adjusts that. Do they just ice it, try to go for it right from the defensive zone, or are they going to try to get it to the red?
Roland will take the draw. Front chance, short side, they're there. Oh, good chance. Shepard had open look, couldn't quite convert on it. Front of the net still. Leafs getting scrappy. Just over a minute to go in the third and final. They're down by 1. They've pulled their goaltender Zimmerman. They're 6-on-5, minute 15 to go. This is Kelty in the corner. Pinch by Michael. Now they got to be careful here. They're able to keep it in. Good active stick by Kelty to keep it going. Cooker, their front, chance! Right in front again, that was Roland. That was Shepard with the look. And this will escape the zone. The Leafs will have to reset. Now fight it to keep it from the blue line. 55 seconds and counting. Tap furthermore along. Now sent right on net. Steered aside just at the very end. And Mason City's got that open net they're looking at. Sent to the point. Good chance for the Leafs here if they can get it going. Lost in the skates, unable to advance, and now chipped into the Mason City bench with 38 seconds to go. The Leafs are going to stay with the 6-on-5. Offensive zone faceoff left and adjacent to the goaltender just outside the blue line here in the third and final. Spreading it out too, aren't they, Coach?
Yep, they are, and they've had the opportunities, and I want to see what they're going to do with Kelty down here on the weak side. You know, I would have him start crashing the net right now.
Into the corner they go. Pinch by Shepard. Turned unable to get anything on it. Leafs still in front, now chipped near the bench, and it'll just escape the zone. 23 seconds to go, and the Leafs are running out of time. They need something to happen. 20 seconds and counting. This will escape the zone, and that was a big play by Mason City with 14 seconds to go. Icing and a stop and play. 11 seconds left on the clock. 2-1 Mason City. Offensive zone faceoff will happen to the left of the goaltender.
So off his faceoff, Meek needs to win it back, and then Shepard's got to come off his butt, be able to then get a shot and get everybody crashing.
Let's come all the way back around, and for all intents and purposes, that might just do it. Icing and a stop and play. 4 seconds. Be a face-off and a quick shot.
Yep, we'll have one more opportunity, and it's got to be quick. And so off here, you got to either go right to the net, win the face-off going right to the net, or Kelty's got to push his guy forward, leave it off his butt, have Shepard come across, quick shot, and it's got to be nice and low in case there's a rebound.
Be Kelty on the draw. 4 seconds and counting. Last period, Leafs down 2-1. Offensive zone face-off, Kelty tied up, now sent into the corner. One, and scrum ensues, and that's going to do it. Leafs are going to fall to Mason City on a great effort by the Mason City goaltender in a 2-1 game and a good one. Pivotal game, and Mason City comes to Wells Fargo, takes a big one, Coach.
They did. They came to town, and they had their idea of what they was going to take to win. They substituted in a goaltender that needs some confidence, and I think this is a game that could get some confidence for him as he continues to move through the season. A tough loss for the Oak Leafs, just as you know, when you look at your division, where your wins are going to come from in your division. We get Mason City 4 times, and you need those wins as you propel through the season. And so this one is one that you can look back on, at the end of the season if things are tight and go, man, this is the one that we needed. But hopefully, we rebound and we think about it as we move into Tuesday night for the Turkey Cup JV game. It's going to be a well-battled, contested game there too. But no, Mason City's no slouch. I think that they're playing well, and they're rebuilding from where they were last year, and they've been normally a powerhouse. And so we can't overlook any team. You can't come into the stadium and just say, we got this one. You got to play every single game.
Good effort by the Mason City goaltender. They win this one 2-1. We'll get a scrape and change the varsity. Will be out shortly. 10-minute mark. It's Des Moines Oak Leafs versus the Mason City Mohawks at Wells Fargo Arena. Thanks for joining us on Saturday afternoon. We'll be back.